Are you serious, guys? Thank you for being a member of our Patreon channel. We have some very sensitive information that we have received, some intel from a insider, and we have verified it with Mike from around the world. Here's what the insider is telling us, that Vladimir Putin has ordered all civilian aircraft and military aircraft to immediately adjust systems to fly without using the GPS system. This could imply he's going to use his S550 or his to take out our GPS satellites. So what we did is we thought, well, that could be a strategy, but what is his real strategy here? So we went to Mike Around the World to find out, first of all, if this has actually happened. And we did get confirmation today that this is according to Mike, as of right now, I can verify that this was the case for two types of aircraft. Now, I was talking to Brock about that. I said, what do you think he means by two types of aircraft? Well, it could be that means all civilian and all military, okay, which would be what the intel expert from the insider told us. Now, Mike does not verify whether or not that means that Vladimir Putin and Russia could use this SS-550 missile to shoot our GPS satellites out of the sky. I did do some research, though, on this type of missile, and the S-500 missile defense system, called Prometheus, can actually go 135 miles into space, which all the satellites that circle the Earth are at 22 miles. So certainly it has the potential, but does it have the technological ability? That's something I can't answer. The key point is this. Our insider is telling us that Putin has ordered all of his civilian aircraft and military aircraft to immediately adjust from systems to fly without using the U.S. GPS. So they're going to use their own GPS type system, satellite system, so that they so that they will be able to not be flying on ours, so that we can't see where they're at, or they're not depending. More importantly, they're not depending on our GPS system, so that if they shoot our GPS systems and destroy them, it won't affect their aircraft. It will affect the rest of the world that's operating on the American GPS. So I just want to verify that with you. It is confirmed by Mike Around the World. I'll be back. Thank you for being a member of our Patreon channel. I've got more information coming your way.
Well, we just heard that, right? No GPS. So what is he up to? Maybe he's up to something because he knows something. Because now it's public. That based on fact that has now been public, it's clear that the US and NATO are gearing up for a massive military counterattack against Russian forces in Ukraine. And what was it Putin said? If NATO, US get involved in Ukraine, he will strike with nuclear weapons. And as I said yesterday regarding this disarmament, regarding Tesla technology in warfare, Putin got a lot of nuclear bombs. And he got this one called Sarmat 2, also called Satan 2. Has 15 MIRVs, and they are hypersonic glide planes. These 15 individual warheads do not necessarily need to have a big yield in order to destroy a bigger city. We're not talking megaton. We can be down in the kilotons. That's enough. It's enough to send a significant shockwave through the entire world of fear. So the bomb don't need to be much bigger, or maybe the size of the Nagasaki or Hiroshima bomb. It's enough. You drop one at 1,800 feet above Manhattan, there will be nothing left of New York City. Nothing. Everybody there will die. If not from the initial blast, they will die from their third-degree burns. That's a horrific thing. So, based on the idea it takes a few months to build up logistics, hardware, and personnel, the likely timeline for this counterattack appears to be around July and August timeframe. Keep in mind that the overarching context of all this is the plan to cancel the 22 midterm election by placing America into a world war before November, accompanied by a domestic police state martial law response. Well, to that, here comes the Great Reset. If we are thrusted into a new world war, the whole financial system on the entire planet will collapse. We will, for a time, be back to bartering. We will be back to a time of a Mad Max scenario, and in worst case scenario, a scenario of the movie The Road. Few survivors, very few. We don't know that. But we know they've been harping about the global reset for a long time and how needed it is and how important it is and how good it is for them, not for you and I. Because then we will go into this social credit score system. And lo and behold, you will go hungry to bed if you're conservative. But if you are a nice little rat like the liberals, you might get some food on your table. Anybody who don't bow down to this system, well, you go hungry to bed. And that's going to make people do some dumb things. Unfortunately, that's just how it is. You want to survive. So it's a natural course of events in case of a full-scale war, and especially a collapse of the financial system, because that is unavoidable in a case of a full-scale war. Wall Street won't be open anymore. That part is down forever. So, it says here, also regarding canceling the 22 midterm, the liberals, or should we call them the communists, they know that they don't stand a chance on the next election. They are so unpopular, even amongst their own. People leaving the liberal or the conservative, no, not conservative, the Democratic Party in hordes. They did not vote for that crap that is being put down their throat. They had a dream. That dream is crushed by the communists. And they are all communists. Every single one of them are an enemy of state, an enemy of the Constitution of the United States. They're no better than Fidel Castro. They're just like him. So, by doing that, they will remain in power, and we will have permanent communism in the United States under martial law. But, I mean, if you're living in Cuba, if you were living under Pol Pot, living under Stalin, Mao Zedong, Cambodia, Vietnam, North Korea, you are under permanent martial law, because everything you do will be with a barrel pointing at you. You step out of line, they will shoot you dead. You bow down and do exactly as they say, or you end up in a camp or shot on sight. That's communism. And there's only one difference between communism and socialism. Socialism is dictatorship by vote. Communism is dictatorship, tyranny by the barrel of a gun. It's that simple. So if you have to die by the sword, I mean, make sure you take as many of these communists out as possible, especially Chinese communists. If they come on this mainland, it's not enough just to disarm them. They will kung fu you to death. They can fight. They will be very dangerous. So there's only one solution to a Chinese soldier. That is a dead soldier. Dead. So Russia has vastly superior ICBM systems such as the new Sarmat-2 missile with up to 15 MRIs, hypersonic light vehicle capability, HDV. This means Russia has the ability to launch a single ICBM that can achieve nuclear strikes on 15 US cities all at once, with little to no risk of interdiction by US defensive forces. True. Cannot shoot down a hypersonic missile. We do not have any weaponry that can do that. Even though that the American industrial complex, military industrial complex, are very obsessed with lasers and optics, it still won't matter. It don't matter how many lasers they have on ships, airplanes, or stationary on the ground. They won't see this thing coming. It's coming in with 7 times the speed of sound. You see it, you're dead. You won't even see it. Let's just say that you hear this. That's it. And then you see the mushroom clouds. So this means that Russia has the ability, right? 15 cities at once with little to no interdiction by US defensive forces. And Putin has already said that he will use nuclear strategic weapons if the United States and NATO gets involved in this. And we have learned when Putin says he's going to do this, and he's going to do this, and he's going to do that, and if he comes up with a threat of something, he stands by his words. He's going to do it. He's not hesitating. I mean, he don't give a flying rat. Has he put his mind to it? It will be done. Period. Even if he's dead, it will be done. Because his military apparatus is depending on his biological signature every day. If that ceases, meaning he's dead, this system go autonomous and will carry out the orders that that system is programmed to do. So it doesn't matter if you try to kill Putin. It's not going to change anything. The program is going to carry out whatever the program is programmed to do. And there's no one that can stop it. Only Putin can stop that. It requires his biological signature. How it is done, I don't know. I don't think it's an eye scan. I think it's something completely different. Russia also has another secret weapon being held in reserve that could be played as a key leverage point to prevent nuclear retaliation from the Western nations. The underwater submarine drones with 100 megaton warheads. They're already sailing in our oceans. If you have followed up on what Mike was talking about. They're already sailing out there autonomously. All they need to do is send the signal, and this underwater submarine drone is going into full mode, and it's going to carry out what it's programmed to do. And when that order is sent to this drone, it cannot be self-destruct. it will carry out what it's programmed to do, wherever it's programmed to do so. And there's nothing the American Navy can do about it, because they can't even detect it. I'm sure America got a lot of funky, high-tech stuff. Absolutely. I know they do. But the problem is, I don't think the American military-industrial complex got an autonomous system just in case President Biden falls dead. Then that system will take over and carry out whatever it's programmed to do. I don't think we got that. Russia has been through a lot of wars, a lot of turmoil in its history. The Russian culture is a very strong group of people, and they have always had this instinct of survival, no matter the cost. They're proud. Can't say that about America anymore. We got good patriots, no doubt about that. But we have a large group of woke communist dumbos, dominant cornflakes running around in this country, who's willing to burn the American flag and not understand what America actually stands for if they read the 27 amendments in the Constitution of America. They don't care. So that the pride, the being proud of being an American is dwindling away. The leftists are ready to assimilate and accept whatever is coming their way, because they will probably think like this: oh, it's probably for the better good. For the better good of what? The destruction of our ecosystem, the destruction of mankind, the destruction of our world? Is that for the greater good? Well, if that is your philosophy, go hang yourself. I mean, come on. What's the point of living if you have that mindset? You have no purpose if that's your mindset. None. So, just to end it up, the propaganda is exposed, and there will be documentaries launched on Thursday from naturalnews.com or Bryfian.com. And you could go over there and get some information. So, why is Putin ordering civilian airliners and military airliners to revert to the old system of navigation taken off GPS? Could it be as suggested that Putin is going to attack the GPS system and blind the horses before a strike against United States soil? That will have some serious implications. The scriptures are saying that the horses will go blind, and the riders of the horses will go mad. You can interpret that any way you want. But what is a horse in modern warfare? That's most likely a military vehicle or ship. Could also be an airplane. They can't see. And what is going to happen to those who can't see? They're gonna go mad. They have no idea what's going on around them. They don't know what's up there, what's down there, what's on the ground. They can't see anything. They don't know where to go. They probably do in some form or fashion, but they will be very limited. And it's going to make them very vulnerable to attack. Because they can no longer get a 3D image of the environment that they are in at that given time. So as I said, maybe Putin's intelligence agency has already picked up the chatter that United States of America and NATO joint forces are going to go in and put up a fight against Russia and Ukraine. Whereas Putin has said if they do that, nukes will be launched. So it might just be this year. And if you look at the Dr. Deagle report, the late Dr. Deagle, he says in the year 2023 there will be around 100 million Americans left in America. So a little over 200 million people needs to die. How can they do that? Most likely from war. And something else where we can't talk about on YouTube. Because then we make YouTube an unsafe platform. But you know what I mean. And of course, famine. Because as it seems right now, Blackwater and Vanguard, they are buying up every single food processing plant in this country. So they sit on the power of who can get food and who cannot get food. And right now we also have a certain person we can't talk about being the largest landowner in the United States of America. And I can assure he's not going to grow anything that you can eat and live on. So we are caught between a rock and a hard place. And as I have said, there is only one solution to this, and that is you find Christ and you find him now. And if you are liberal and you would like to know Jesus, you need to stop being a liberal, first of all. Because liberalism and Christianity do not mix. It's like oil and water. And I can give you one example of why that is not going to mix. One example. Leftists, liberals, are pro-choice. Our Father in heaven is not pro-choice. He is pro-life. So if you think abortion is okay and claim to be a Christian, you are a hypocrite and a liar who have no name in the book of life if you think abortion is okay, because it's murder. Thou shalt not commit murder. I think it's the 4th commandment of the 10. Thou shalt not bear false witness. You're surrounded by that. Right? So that was the only example I needed to give you. So if you really want to straighten up your life, find Christ, Jesus, Yeshua HaMashiach, you need to leave that liberal lifestyle behind permanently. There can be nothing left of it in your life. Nothing. That's your choice. So either you go up in flames or you receive eternal life. The choice is yours. The choice needs to be made quite soon. Because I don't think that this fuse that has been lit is going to be poured water on. Or it has a very long time before it hits the explosives. This fuse is short. I think they're going for the big deal now. Honestly, I think they're going for it now. To remain in power, to get the global reset, to get the one world leader, the Antichrist, to get everything put in place for this satanic regime they want to put on humanity. And if you want a picture of the future through their eyes, them, imagine a boot stamping on a human face forever. There's no escape from this. You're going straight down that alley now. Well, we have been going down that alley straight for a long time, but it's beginning to really speed up. You notice that? Have you noticed how fast the time is going? It is unbelievable. 2021. Man, I can't remember shit from that year. It went so fast. It was just gone. And now we're already in May. Poof, gone. If you notice that? He's shortening the days, or there's no flesh left saved. That is what's going on now. He is in control. You are also in control. Your control over your choice. And that choice you make will be your final choice. When you leave this world, you don't get to choose again. So my suggestion is you choose the right choice. You make the right decision. Or you won't be going to the feast. God bless you.